Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Wildman. And today I'm just out in the woods looking for some fatwood. I've been asked for more information from one of my subscribers. Her name is Mary, and she's actually got her own channel, which is Funsized Earthling. I'll put a link in the description below. Her channel is absolutely amazing. She does a lot of trails and mountaineering and things like that. She's really ambitious. I enjoy watching her videos. She doesn't let anything stop her, and she likes going out and doing a bit of wild camping as well, which is great. And it was one video actually where she didn't have a fishing rod, and she's always wanted to do a bit of fishing, so she made her own one out of a stick and some twine with a fishing hook on the end. So yeah, I mean, you should check her videos out, check her channel out. I think you'll enjoy it. So I'll not spoil it all, I'll just let you go over and have a wee look for yourself. So as I said, we're out in the woods and we're going to look for some fatwood, and we're going to go over the foraging process, how to find it, how to extract it from the source, and how to process it and make it ready for fire lighting. I did go over last time a bit about fire lighting, however it was mostly about birch bark, so I thought I would just go a wee bit more into the detail of fatwood. So I hope you enjoy this video, and we'll now go and walk around and we'll look for some fatwood. Just came across this here. It seems like it's a dead tree, and it's been fallen for quite some time, and you can actually extract fatwood from this here. It's not the best fatwood, as it'll be quite rotten and quite past its sell by date. There's already a piece of fatwood here, and the way to find fatwood is if you were to get this root, and if you were to pick away all this soft stuff here. That's called punkwood. If you were to get rid of all that, in the centre you would have a sort of stronger part that you can't really break. It's really harder to break. And that there is fatwood, and it's infused with resin, and it stops the wood itself from corroding as fast as the other parts of the wood. So we'll turn this over and we'll see if we can find a better part. Right here, you can see that it's quite rotten away, and I've actually forgot to bring my axe out today, but if I had my axe with me I would smash this open and break it apart and see the inside of the trunk itself, and usually there would be a nice solid part of wood, a nice solid piece of wood in there, sort of red in colour with a really strong smell because of the resin. But today, of course, I don't have my axe, so we won't be doing that. But as you can see, if you pick away at this root, you can see it's all falling apart. The punkwood's all falling apart. But the closer you get into it, it's quite rock solid. And that tells me that there's going to be a big part of fatwood in there. That gives you an idea of how to find fatwood from this source. And but we'll move on, and I'll go and try and find a more fresher part, a slightly better part of fatwood, which we'll use today to create a fire. So we'll put this down. I might even come back to this at a later date when I've got my axe on me. So I've came across this fallen coniferous tree here. I'm unsure about the type or the species of the tree. However, I've seen a really large branch or limb sticking out just the side of it there, probably the biggest one on the tree. So we're going to cut this one off and we'll see what the inside's like, see if it's got some fatwood inside. So we'll do that just now, and I'll run through how to identify if it's got fatwood. So this piece of branch that I've just cut off here does have a lot of fatwood in the centre, and as you can see there, it's really dark in the centre, and that's all the resin that's infused the branch and prevents it from rotting. So it's nice and feels nice and dry in there, and you can really smell the resin, which is a good sign. So we'll take this up to the camp and we'll set up a tarpaulin, because it's looking as if it's going to rain today, and we'll get set up and we'll process this for fire lighting, and we'll show you that. So as you've just saw there, we went and extracted a piece of branch from a fallen tree. It was a coniferous tree. I was unsure of the species, however, looking closely at the bark and the branch itself, I think it might be a spruce tree, but again I'm not too sure. Hopefully someone will let me know in the comments. However, as you can see there, right in the centre there's a nice red patch, and that's the resinous fatwood in the centre, and that's the stuff that gets the fire going. So what we'll do is we'll cut this into a workable size. Usually the fatwood only goes up to about there, maybe about a foot into the branch. Up here it's going to be very little. So what we'll do is we'll cut it here and we'll work with what we've got there, and from there upwards we'll make some feather sticks, because there should be a little bit of resin in it that will help the fire going. So as you can see, like I said, the further up the branch, the smaller the resin gets. So if we were to maybe take 6 inches off of this and make some feather sticks, there should be a little bit of resin. However, feather sticks work well as they are anyway. So what we've got here is a nice bit of fatwood to work with. So we'll start chopping away at this. I might even cut it again, because as you can see there's not much there, so I might even cut it again, maybe half it, just to give us a lot of fatwood to work with. So I'll do that just now. So that's a nice little bit of branch that we've got to work there with. I'll get my knife and I'll start carving. Need to get all the bark off first, so that's what I'm doing here. Just using my knife just to scrape the bark off. Remember to keep your fingers away from the blade at all times, and nice fluent motions. Does help when you've got a sharp knife, of course. So we're going to batten this into quarters just to get a better look of the inside, and so that we can work with it a little bit easier. So that's a lovely bit of fatwood in here, as you can see. It's really red inside, full of resin. So we'll quarter this now. So that part there's a really good part. You can just see the colour of it. It smells really, really nice. So what we'll do now is we'll get a campfire structure set up, and we'll use some of the fatwood to start a fire. So these parts here are the top parts of the branch, and as you can see that's where the fatwood ends, just about there. So it's only a little tiny part, but it should be enough to make some feather sticks. And obviously you've got the slight parts of resin in there to make it even more flammable. So this piece here is the fatwood, and normally you would use the spine of your blade, the back of your blade, but this spine is a bit curved, so we wouldn't really get enough scrapage on there. Ideally you need a 90-degree blade, a 90-degree spine in order to get a nice dusting off of the fatwood. So we're going to use the blade today, and what we do is we would just lightly scrape against the red resinous stuff there, almost like your feathering sticks, but instead you're just creating a fine dusting. So now that we've got a little pile of fatwood, put a spark into it using a ferro rod, and we'll see if we can get some flames that we can use the feather sticks on. So we'll just put the ferro rod right in the pile. There we go. So now we've got fire, we'll let that take flame, these feather sticks here, and then we'll add some bigger sticks to it, and we'll get a more established flame. So I hope you enjoyed that video today. I've gone over the foraging process of fatwood, where to find it and how to extract it from its source. And as you can see there, we've got some three great examples of fatwood. There we go. So this request came from one of my subscribers, Mary, and as I've already said, she's got a great channel and you should check it out at some point, as it's really inspiring, or at least I think so. So yeah, I hope that's answered any questions that you have had about the fatwood, as I didn't go over it in too much detail in my last video. It's mainly birch bark that I went over. However, this is a really good source for starting a fire, really reliable as well. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for some more videos. Thank you.